In the lobby of the athletic club, Adam encounters Nate by the exit. The Newman wonders why no one is at the office and asks if he's seen any of his family. Nate reminds him he no longer works at Newman and is smug about Adam clearly being kept in the dark by his family. That's not exactly a sign of confidence. Once Nate walks out, Sally comes down the stairs and observes that Adam is not making a lot of friends. Adam is sure Nate hates him even more now that he's lost his job. He assures her that his relationship with his father has never been closer. They sit at the bar, and he tells her that he and his father are working on fixing things. He asks if she's been avoiding him since the night they spent together. Sally claims she's just feeling conflicted. He can understand. Neither of them expected that to happen, but he's glad it did because it reminded him of what's there. Adam tells Sally he's not asking her to go backward, but to look at him as he is now. She says that's still a man who nearly used his father's illness to take him down. He sets the bar for his improved behavior pretty low. Adam says the old him would have buried all that instead of coming clean, but she thinks he just keeps dropping standards. He claims he was a victim in this and his father was the biggest liar. Nate turned out to be the one who was willing to betray Victor. Adam can understand what his father did, and he wasn't wrong to think they all had agendas. "We're fun, aren't we?" He jokes about his family. Even though his father wants them to come back together, that clearly will never happen. They can hardly stand to be in the same room together. The people in his life avoiding him has become a theme. Set of the Genoa City Athletic Club. We'd recognize that revolving door anywhere. Next, the camera, complete with the operator's hands visible, indicates that this is a production shot, not simply something staged for publicity. But perhaps the most telling bit of evidence, the wardrobe. Because up until now, Jordan has had only one look as seen below. So yes, it appears Jordan will be jumping on her broomstick and making her way to Genoa City. And that's good on several levels. For one thing, her story has been the best thing to hit the show in ages. Zink is clearly having a blast, and as a result, so are we as viewers. Just as importantly, there are still many questions to be answered where Jordan and her niece are concerned. For example, if Claire really isn't Victoria and Cole's daughter, and they insist it's impossible, given that they held Eve after her demise, then to whom does this young lady actually belong? Might she be tied to some other Genoa City residents? As for how Jordan manages to evade jail, given her attempt to murder the Newman family. Well, where's the proof? Something tells us those tainted water bottles will go missing, and given that they were provided the antidote before paramedics arrived on the scene, there's probably no trace of the dangerous drug in their system. A stretch? Sure, but this is, after all, a soap. While we have no clue what trouble Jordan will stir up once she's arrived, we're ready to roll out the red carpet. Because as far as we're concerned, the better, will go missing, and given that they were provided the antidote before paramedics arrived on the scene, there's probably no trace of the dangerous drug in their system. A stretch? Sure, but this is, after all, a soap. While we have no clue what trouble Jordan will stir up once she's arrived, we're ready to roll out the red carpet. Because as far as we're concerned, the better,